is Amer Alobaidi, a country of origin, Iraq. I was born and raised in Baghdad. To talk about, my background as an artist or as a journey, like my journey as an artist, let's start it after the invasion. After the invasion, I was still in Baghdad, living there with my family. But then, after the terrorist attack that attacked my son and killed him right away, we just like stayed over for 40 days, and then I got like also threatened by a terrorist group. We don't know who are they. They just left us. They left him directly. He's been like threatened directly that if he doesn't leave his hometown, he will be killed. And so basically, we left the town immediately, and we fled to Syria, and we lived. So I lived with my wife and my daughter for almost like a year and a half, and then we applied through the United Nations, and we got accepted to the U.S. And they actually, basically, they chose Iowa for us. It wasn't by our choice, and typically, as a professional artist, my life has been changed upside down because the level of like living as a professional artist while you're in your homeland. I basically, yes, my style has been changed a lot since I moved to the U.S. The environment kind of encouraged me to change with my style. Even the colors, the theme itself has been entirely changed. Some people who knows me very well up close as a friend, as artists, they've been noticing that Amir, is this your art style now? Yes, this is me after I've moved to the US, and typically if I want to compare this period of time or since I moved here compared to what I have done at the past, for sure, because before the themes that I've been focusing on is the Iraqi folklore and the traditions versus now, and most of my paintings talks about the human suffer, and the human suffer is not. Just like any artist, for sure I do have a message that I would like to send out and deliver to my audience. Basically, what I'm looking forward is how to build a communication between the audience who's interested to look at the artwork and to translate it wherever he likes, because every artist has his own interpretation for his own work. So I don't want to mess up with their opinions and reflections, but basically my art is like a reflection of my own experience as an immigrant, and even though I became a US citizen now, so I should stop myself from calling myself an immigrant, but this is not too personal. It's like I said and I mentioned earlier, this is for everybody, and everybody has his own space and interpretation for an artwork. You could see in one of my paintings there is a representation of a family, but somebody else, he could simply see it as it's like a carnival of war. As a personal interest, and I would like to mention up to 4 artists. One of them is Francis Bacon and Picasso, for the Modernism school. And when I was in college, back in college days, I used to I had the biggest influence that really affected my style, and it was pretty much in my style over when I was still a college student, Rembrandt and Rubens too. Of course, the influence right now. I brought up those examples when I was in my at the beginning, not as a professional artist. I still recommend them. I still look at their art, but the influence as a professional artist, yeah, it has been changed, and I think I belong to myself, and wherever, like, the images that comes up in my head, I go ahead and simply, like, sketch that, or like apply it directly to on the canvas. This is a good question. I don't know how to answer you because my life is full of events. And as an art director, or also an artist who's been like participating with different artists, or as an individual artist, like doing my solo exhibitions almost all over the world, I really, like, I'm proud of every major success, or everything like I have participated in, even if it was a small thing. Maybe I haven't, like, mentioned it before, or I haven't recognized it, but like a lot of people still remember it, and I'm proud of, like, out of all this journey, out of 50 years of my advice would be for young artists is to keep their dedication for art, whatever they are doing, like especially like if they're like, painters, sculpturing, like, or any field of art. They just, have to keep, pushing forward. I know, like, the life of artist is difficult, but guess what, this is like your journey, and explore as much as you can. Go to museums, buy books, read, do research, do your own research. You can be genius in this, but also at the same time, never stop, or take a rest for, or like a gap, from time to time, like to paint, or to, come up with an idea and then rest, and then art. Yeah. For me, it's a producing more art, which means like paint and paint and paint, continue painting. And I do, of course, have all the willingness to showcase my artwork, like, all over, like here in Iowa, or like, the States, or even, uh, just all over, like, the other places. First of all, this painting is consist of acrylic, acrylic color. Sometimes I do like also acrylic gesso, but not in this one, not in this particular piece. I do prefer this artwork, and I think this is going to be one of my strongest paintings. Since you asked me about my most favorite one, because when I first done this, and it's actually part of series. There are like 5 series of those. Each one has or represent a specific story. But this one, typically, I see myself, and I see my homeland. This is a human figure, male figure. Or just like it represents a humanity, and from where I came from, I've seen enough, and the people out there also, they've been seeing enough in their lives. So it represents the human suffer, the poverty, and due to incredible events that's been happening nowadays back home, because I'm trying to stay as current as possible too, and this is due to many events that's been happening also back in Iraq, and also I'm not gonna like spread it apart, because we can tell that most of the Arab countries is like on fire now, and this could represent the Iraqi human being, the Syrian human being, or like or anybody who's in suffer and in pain.
And I tell the young artist, take the pencil and draw.